thinking about it, and I was looking at the stoplight, and I was thinking, red, yellow, and green. And I was like, this is kind of a testament to the type of people you're going to have in your life. All right, we are back. I'm back. Had a little mini vacay. Had 2 weeks in a row. I was in Rhode Island, then I went to Vermont. This past weekend going to Vermont was super awesome. It was great. Got a lot of work done. We had to replace the floor at my family's cabin. Now, when you hear my family's cabin, you're probably thinking of something, top of a mountain, beautiful lights everywhere and all that. This is a rustic cabin. This is a real cabin. No heat, no electricity. Well, no, we have heat because we have wood stove. But no electricity, no plumbing. So super fun. But I enjoy it. It's really peaceful because you could just go up there, you put your phone down. You're really kind of a part of everything. I got there on Thursday and had a nice, easy way up. Stopped at some cool spots. But then that next day, we went right to it. We had to replace the floor. Kitchen, I, got my hands dirty. If I could find a picture when people come back, I'll show you just how dirty I was. There's a picture of me standing there covered in just crap. So it's good. And it was super fun because I do like kind of seeing something take shape. And that was really easy. And it was kind of out of my comfort zone. I'm not a carpenter, but we had an incredible group of friends and family up there. And they just, to be honest with you, it was like watching ants or like bees work on stuff. They were just getting shit done. And it was really impressive to see how quickly we were able to get things done. And I think that's like, it's super important. And every time I go to Vermont, I come back with something. I come back with like maybe not a different perspective, but an improved perspective on things. So I was sitting there talking with my friend that came up with us, and I was thinking about how quickly everybody kind of came together and got shit done, and were able to finish the task and be successful at it too. Everybody had their place, everybody did their thing, everybody helped out, and it was great. And I think that I was really grateful to be around. I was really grateful to be around like so many good people and people that do things even better than way better than I do. You're definitely a student when things are being built because you have no, in my case, just a grunt, just kind of helping out where I could. But man, it was such a good experience to see, especially something that you love take shape like that. And I think that's why I chose this as a career, to be a personal trainer or to be, a life coach or whatever. I've been called many things: coach, life coach, personal trainer, you name it. But I think it comes down to really just taking on responsibilities to your life. So to see everybody that was there and everybody that was in it was so super awesome. So thank you everybody that came and just helped out. It was absolutely awesome. And it was a weight was lifted off my shoulders afterwards. It wasn't all work. We definitely, shot guns and worked and did, and went to the beach and stuff like that. I took a shower, essentially a bath, took a bar of soap in with me to a lake late at night when you're not supposed to go. Some would even say illegal. But I was there, and I did it, and I had to because I smelled absolutely awful, and I didn't want to ruin anybody's nasal passages while I was there. So had to wash up. But seriously, thank you to everybody who went. That was super awesome, and it was great because afterwards we got really to relax and really kind of think about things. So with that being said, I was listening to a podcast and, listening to these, two people speak. I can't remember. I'll look back if I can and try to find it. Listening to these two people speak about making sure you have the right people in your life at the right time, and also to make sure that you're going to meet everybody for a reason. And I thought that was, obviously, for some people, this type of subject is so like, yeah, duh. But then to some people, it's like mind-blowing. And I think that those people aren't as self-reliant. They're not as independent maybe, and they can't kind of like, they've had other people kind of organize their thoughts for a really long time. Like they've always had somebody there to kind of like coach them along. And here's another thing. When I realized, when I was like, maybe I like just turned 30, so it's only a couple of years ago, I realized that a lot of my thoughts weren't mine. There were somebody else's. They're either your parents, or they're your uncles. There's your family. There's whatever sort of practice you've been taught or given. It's so strange that your thoughts really aren't yours in the beginning. That's such a strange thing, such a powerful thing, which is why when some people talk the way that I'm about to, or at least kind of have been for some time now, it's so strange to see people go, wow, you're right. And I think it's good, because then it means you're kind of more independent. You're kind of understanding more about the type of people that you want to have in your life. So I was thinking about it, and I was looking at the stoplight, and I was thinking, red, yellow, and green. And I was like, this is kind of a testament to the type of people you're going to have in your life, and so for a red, sorry, I got an email, for a red light type of person to be in your life is actually more common. You always have people you're just kind of hung up on, and most people would just go right to, hey, whoever you've dated or whoever has broken your heart or whatever. But I also go with a lot of family, a lot of friends, that because it's the most common, the people that are going to kind of stop you in your tracks, like, hey, don't do that. Why would you want to open up your own business? Why would you want to buy that, car? Why would you want to, take care of your health? And that, it seems like a simple or easy questions, but there's a lot of people that you, and I was talking about it this morning, you disturb their peace. So they always are going to kind of put that red light on you, like, whoa, 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 hold up. What are you doing here? What's going on? You don't need to do that. You don't have to. So that's probably the most common you'll find, in your life, is people kind of hold you back. And that was just like, I don't know why, but I'm looking at a stoplight thinking that it's like, it's so true. And that's the most common. You'll get so many people. I've had people stop me in my career. I've had people try to stop me in my life. I've had, obviously, relationships that have not worked out, those types of people that stop you. But it's really common with friends and family. And I don't think that people talk about it enough, because it really makes you face those people who are hard to face. They're hard to talk to. But people try to stop you from doing shit all the time. I mean, I could tell you, like I said, multiple stories of previous employers that have done that to me. That just like, whoa. I had a place tell me to dumb it down. Like, hey, don't. You're making everybody else look bad, so dumb it down. How that's that's a telling you to stop being so good at what you're doing, and that's troubling. That's very, very troubling. So you also you have it with friends and family. Being like, whoa, like I said, stopping you all the time. And that's very troubling, because it's something that needs to not happen. But I think that they're in your life for the reason, the right reason or the wrong reasons, and you're able to kind of get over that and kind of put them in the past. And that's why red flags are important. When you meet somebody and you hit a big red flag, it's like, acknowledge it, at least just kind of take a better look at it. Don't just easily dismiss it, because you got to be careful with who you let in your life. But more importantly, for the next type, those people kind of hold you back. They're in your life usually for kind of a shorter period of time, but more time consuming than that and more damaging than that is and I kind of, like I said, I'm comparing it to a stoplight. It's like yellow light people, and it's like people that just slow you down just enough in your life, in your career, in your your professional business life, whatever, your personal life. And those people are tough, because they're people you really care about. Usually those types of people are really, really, really close to you, like relationships, people of business, you name it, but people who are close to you, family and friends usually, or friends that, you're kind of outgrowing, you're in the middle of outgrowing. So they're always like, hey, slow down. Wait, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this. You should do it this way, or just maybe just take a second and think about it, So having people in your life like that is very damaging as well. And I don't like categorizing people, but I think in this case you can make that generalization for people that are in your life that you can categorize in your own head. So I wasted probably about 5 years. Not wasted, because it's time well spent and you learn from it, but I have put the brakes on building my own company. I put the brakes on relationships. I put the brakes on, kind of moving forward, because I was just listening to what everybody else said. But I think once you realize that those people are no smarter than you, like, no, and I believe Steve Jobs said that, but most people are about the same as you. We're all clueless. Nobody knows what the hell is actually going on a lot of the times. So we put people up on these pedestals, and then we realize after we've kind of run into all those, hey, slow it down type of people, and including usually the person you put on a pedestal, they usually are the ones that come to you and try to slow you down the most, the ones that you put on this pedestal. But then here we are. You can get over that, but I wasted so much time trying to, always putting on the brakes on myself, which is stupid, because I was very capable and very able to do things. And I've even done it. I've become that person in a lot of people's lives, and I've kind of called myself out on it, and it hurts to say, because then sometimes those people move on from being in my life. But it's like, you got to be honest with yourself, because I don't want to be the person slowing anybody down. I'm always the one like amping people up. Let's do this. Let's get this shit done, So it just was kind of like blew my mind, and being, in a place where it was so silent up there, when I was on, this little mini vacay, it's always so silent up there, but it feels good too at the same time. So I think it's important, to I kind of listened to what my mind was saying when it came to that, those things. So, I mean, so to be able to kind of call yourself out and know that, sometimes you've even done that to people, and that's a huge step, because I think those people that slow us down are the biggest and longest in our lives, impact-wise, that can really impact your decisions. So you got to make sure that you don't listen to them. You just kind of move on. And if you need a new group of friends, you need a new group of friends. You need to tell a family member you can't talk to them about this, or can't talk to them about that, whatever it is. You got to let them know. I mean, I've had the same really good core group of friends that have been very supportive and very awesome, but it wasn't always like that. I had a lot of people that were trying to hold me back to do just about anything. Like anything that I would say, I'd be like, oh, that's stupid. Why would you do that? You don't need to do that. What are you talking about, man? That's dumb. You get that like type of response, and it's like soul deadening. It just kind of like, it stops you, or it slows you down. He's like, you don't have time for that shit. You really don't. So that's why I've kind of chose to keep my circle very small. I have a great family. I have a very good core group of friends. I would say probably the best clients. I know that people say this, and professionally trainers say this all the time. I have the best clients in the world. I really do. They're so supportive, and they even push me to be better, and they make me want to be better. So it's like, when you have the right people in your life, it's really, it's not easy, because it's actually sometimes more challenging, because you do have people that have a high expectation of you, but you also have higher expectations for yourself. So you want to pick up those responsibility. You want to pick up your responsibility and be, like I said, relating it back to a stoplight, a green light type of person. Somebody that's going to be, hey, go, let's get this done. Let's make sure, and just let's get to where we need to go. We don't have time to waste. So those people are the most rare people ever. So that's why I feel like I'm so lucky, because I have good clients, good friends, good family. And if you ask me, I think just finding that's like 1 in a million. I think those types of people are so rare to just support you and, have your back, and to have any more than like 5 people like that in your life, any more than 2 people like that in your life is insanity. It's so amazing if you do. So it's like, you want to find those types of people in your life to keep them in there, because it helps you with your health. It helps you in my opinion, helps you with your health, but it also helps you business wise. It helps you in your personal life because you usually now can know what a good partner or good somebody to choose from is, and I think that's huge. So I know that some of you know, but now all of you know, I do journal quite a bit. So I'm kind of writing in a journal, and I only say it like that because the old Ben would have kicked the new Ben's ass like maybe like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. I need to put that to rest. I definitely always bring up what I used to do or what I would do to myself if I could see myself. But to be honest with you, I'm just happy that I improved as much as I have and had the right people. But I was journaling, so I journaled all my goals, my year-long goals, 3-year-long goals, and a 5-year goal. And I've done this before. I had a seminar about this here at Sculpt Fitness here in Farmington. We had a really good seminar on that, and I think it was very helpful to everybody because now it's something that we talk about more, with my clients about goals with sleeping and health and wellness, and we even bring it into finance. I think it's strange that people talk finances all the time, but yet it's weird to talk about your health or your sleep or your food or your training, what you do for personal health. It's weird that we'll talk about finances and what's in the bank and this and that, but we won't talk about, counting our calories or how much sleep we got. We don't keep track of any of those things that really keep us healthy. So it's so strange to me, but I'm very happy with where, I've gone with that. And it's only because, like I said, I have these 1 in a million people in your life. You got to choose them very carefully, but once they're in there and you're supporting them and they know that you're good, you're there for them and they're there for you, it just makes it so much better. So just make sure you're growing and you're choosing those types of green light type of people, those people that are really going to kind of help you and not hold you back or even just stop you, so, make sure you can kind of keep those types of people in your life. It's extremely important, and you'll know, when they're there and when they're not. So, like I said, though, I journal quite a bit. So I wrote those goals down, and in a little bit, once kind of everything kind of settles down, I want to do another goal setting seminar. I did it 2 years ago, and it was very good. I got such good feedback from it. So I'm gonna kind of let everybody know when I feel like it's the right time. Obviously, still things are kind of going on with being able to have groups and things. So we might do it outside, might just kind of do it indoors, just keep people spaced out. But it's so important because I shared last time with people, just they could see the micro goals that I made, and I got to see some of the goals they made, and then now I get to see it kind of finished. Some of them are kind of finishing up on those really tough goals that they had, so it was awesome. And you want to have the right people there to support you. So journaling is one thing that, is very, very helpful. In that sense to actually accomplish your goals, actually accomplish something. Write it down, because then you kind of say it to the universe. You're kind of able to kind of and you let people know. And the right people will be the ones that'll help you during that time. The right people are the people that are saying, yeah, man, you got that shit. You could do that. You could save up, making numbers up, $25,000 in a couple of years or a year or so. You could do that. You could pay off your car. You could lose 30 pounds. You can, you want to have people that you can quit smoking. Like, you want those types of people in your life. You don't want the people who are like, oh, that's really hard. But, it's like, yeah, we know it's hard, but, support the person. And if not, it's okay. I usually I have a different fuel source. So I always kind of use I use a lot of yellow light, great red light people to help kind of propel me forward, like really, really make me better. I kind of use that. Some people can't, and that's not a good fuel source, but I kind of think of everybody that's ever kind of did me wrong, and that kind of motivates me, to be a savage, just kind of do whatever I need to do, and accomplish what I need to accomplish. But it's important to journal those thoughts, so then that way you could see what motivates you too. I don't think that we don't talk like this as a society of being supportive. I mean, right now, I think that we're extremely divided, and people just want to see other people fail all the time. And I think that that's just kind of part of what, that sort of culture that we're doing right now, which is that, everybody's, it's like revenge. It's like everybody's so upset and they just kind of want to see everything go under, including you. So it's okay to be doing well and have people around you that just want to see you do well. So listen, with all that being said, I'm going to end it by just saying, be careful who you choose. Make sure you keep that circle small, and make sure you also are good support for those who support you. So with that being said, we're back. The power's on. We had a storm in Connecticut that kind of knocked power out. Obviously, the power's on. I'm using this. So I will see you guys all this week. Next week, I have a couple videos being released, which will be great. And we're back at it. We're hustling. So I will see you guys all next week. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if you like this podcast. Also, it's on Spotify. So let me know. Leave some comments, and leave some likes, and I will see you guys all next week. Later.
Live sculpted.